Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bus by TML Studios. Today we are in a map that might look familiar to you if you've ever played Omsi 2. It is Berlin Spandau and we are driving the very one and only 130, which is also familiar from Omsi 2. Yes, this line here is from Westwarlad Str, which was also in Omsi 1 and Omsi 2, to U Rathaus Spandau. And actually, even though this wasn't a route in Omsi 2, in Omsi 2, in Omsi 1, it was actually featured in Omsi 1 and Omsi 2, so this is a throwback, and this map is now available in the Bus by TML Studios, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. This is a very short route, it's only 12 minutes long, it's not the full 130. The full 130 in real life runs from U Rathaus, which is also the terminus of the line back in 1991 when it became the 130, to Waldkrankenhaus, which is very close to, that's the wrong pin, which is very close to its old terminus of Spandau Neverlink. So this is being put in incorrectly. So yes, and now here we are at Westwarlad Str, and let's start it up. Turn on the air conditioning. Morgen. And here it is. The Solaris Urbino 12, also a bus that's available in Omsi 2, being driven to U Rathaus Spandau. And how do they close the doors in this? I forget how to play this game. How do you close the doors? Doors. F8 and F. I had a feeling it was one of the F buttons. This is a very quick video. This route only takes 12 minutes and hopefully even less. I haven't closed all the doors, have I? Come on, close. All the doors are closed. And away we go, and let me just turn up the sound because I feel like the sound's a bit low. Master volume, okay, everything's fine. Radio is off. I need to adjust my graphics, so I got a new graphics card as well, so hopefully it looks much better. I'm using now AMD. I'm back to AMD. I do prefer Nvidia, but Nvidia, because they're doing so well in the stock market, are just a bit overpriced for what they are. So instead we are using an AMD RX 76, and I've gone the wrong way. Whoops. I don't know why I thought it was to turn this way. Ignore this, folks, ignore this. Not the best start. And ignore the crash as well. But yeah, so I'll need to tweak the settings as well. So this is with 16GB of VRAM. Got this on the Prime sale, although to be honest, the Prime sale at the end of the day, the discount only ended up being like... not that significant, to be honest. The sky looks very washed out, I don't know why. Is this the right stop? No. Where's my minimap? Yeah, so we're gonna have to follow this. But yeah, the graphics do look better now. Let me turn off the... There's a lens flare. Yeah, because I put everything to epic, so... I don't know, look, hopefully it's alright. I'll need to tweak these... I need to tweak these stuff down the line. Oh, there we go. Apply that. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, I thought that was the... That's definitely not what I wanted. Okay, yeah, it's this stuff here that's kind of... I don't really know how to adjust properly. But we'll figure out. What is this? Okay. Ah, there we go, that's better. That looks much better, sorry. Just have to tweak the settings. I don't like how clear weather looks in the Unreal Engine 5. I've said this before. But anyway. Westwarlad Str, you might remember this from Omsi 2. There's accidents going on. I think this is where line 5 turns. It's kind of odd that even though it's essentially the same map, it can feel very different. This is not one of our stops. Like, I'm not really sure I necessarily recognise this too well from Omsi 2, although there's been other maps in the bus that I have recognised well, so remains to be seen. And so yeah, this is a bit of a rush video, just wanted to showcase this and try out the bus now with our new graphics card. But yes, as I was saying, I got an RX 7600 XT. Why has that car done that? It's not a bus. And also I got a mod that puts in the Solaris logos, but as you can see here, it's only put the Solaris logo on the screen, not on the actual wheel. Don't ask why. Okay, that was strange. I pressed F9 and all of a sudden it started walking on.
Guten Morgen.
So if dude, you missed the bus, you can get the next one. Once the bus pulls off, it pulls off. So yeah, Westwarlad Str, for those of you who don't remember from Omsi 2, is basically along the route to Friedrichstrasse. It's where the turn is for line 5. Okay. While you're enjoying your coffee, why don't you take a look at the buses here. This is an electric bus as well, so it's a Solaris Urbino 12 electric. This was added in one of the later updates of the bus by TML. This game's been out 4 years now, in early access, but now it's in phase 3. Now this map isn't fully complete. I think that building is from Omsi 2. But yeah, I'm starting to recognise this now, I think. Yeah, I recognise this on Omsi 2, this turn here. Yeah, I recognise this. So this is in Omsi 2 as well. Can do a side-by-side comparison at some point. I wonder if the creators deliberately put in those emergency vehicles there to kind of block off like dead ends essentially. Lots of G-Wagons. The keyboard controls are actually quite easy because you don't have time to set up the wheel for a 10-minute route. That was a very loud church. There's also a mod apparently that puts in the Solaris Urbino, gives it new sounds. Must try that because this is oddly quiet now. This here is Gallenstrasse. So you might remember this. Oh, whoops, sorry. You might remember this from Omsi 2. Looks a bit different now, of course, though. And this is Rathaus Spandau. I was actually here 2.5 years ago, and it was really strange being somewhere that I recognised from a game because it felt so real. But this is Rathaus Spandau. You can see it looks a lot different than it did in the 1990s when Omsi 2 was made. But yeah, it's quite nice to be able to kind of drive this now in Spandau, in the bus rather than Omsi 2. Let me get a cheeky screenshot. I know that's not ideal, folks, but I'm trying to get a screenshot here. So yeah, Spandau looks very different, and this is another thing. Well, obviously, because Omsi 2 is set back a while back, here we get to see it in a completely different light. You know, it's obviously a lot of changes since the 90s. We're talking 35 years. But folks, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and this is the Omsi 2 map in the bus, and it feels familiar yet so different. Here we are. Actually, let's turn on the electrics so we have a route number. Rathaus Spandau. God, it feels so different. It's strange. You never really thought when playing Omsi 2 that to be driving in the same place in a different game, the bus. Now I know not everyone was a fan of that map, but for me I always liked it. It's how I started off in Omsi 2, and it was the first map I played, and I've been here in real life. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.